Fahad Razali is the head of mission for the European Union here in Ghana. And some of the highlights from the interview some of them were based on the issue of democracy. And of course, the main opposition, National Democratic Congress, says Ghana's democracy is actually at a crossroads. That's the argument of the party. But we understand that the former president himself, John Mahama, will be addressing the nation later tonight. And as we heard from that interview, the European Union says they are not expecting that the external actors, including the European Union, will intervene into the political deadlock that we're witnessing here in the country. So what are we to expect from the NDC tonight? And why is the party claiming that there's a crucial decision that needs to be taken on the future of the country? Joining us now via Zoom is the Deputy National Youth Organizer for the National Democratic Congress, Edem Agbana, who's joining us via Zoom. Thank you so much, sir, for your time. So Ghana at a crossroads. That's how you term today's event. Why is the NDC staging such an event today? Edem, you'd have to unmute for me so I can hear you. Yes.
Yes, thank you so much. And good evening to all our cherished viewers across the world. Ghana is indeed at the crossroad. We have come to what we term as the lowest point in our democracy post-1992. All institutions of state are failing the young people of this country. Every sector of the economy is plummeting when it comes to growth. All the institutions of state, the security agencies, and even the judiciary are not working in the interest of this country. And so these are hard times for the people of Ghana.
For some, this is just the usual politics. We've just said, for instance, the interview with the EU ambassador. He says that the 2020 elections, for instance, was very valid. He goes on to talk about the fact that there's no civil war, there's peace institutions are working, and there's no need, for instance, for external actors to come in and intervene. You have been on that tangent, calling out government, calling out state institutions, and yet some independent actors say there's nothing wrong with our democracy.
I am not sure that the EU ambassador is saying that 8 people losing their lives in an election is normal and is acceptable. I'm not sure the EU ambassador is saying that a group of people who find themselves in a particular geographical area, I'm talking about South, who have been denied representation is normal and must be accepted. I'm not sure the EU ambassador is saying that the police brutalities, the military brutalities that we saw, that we have video footages of, that led to death and the maiming of Ghanaians is what he's calling valid and acceptable and must be accepted at all costs. The point must be made that maybe the EU has a different standard for which they observe the election. But for us, as the main political party in Ghana, we are the major political party in Ghana because we have had more time in government than any other party. We participated in the process. We are key players. We are agents in the over 39,000 polling stations and across.
Edem, it appears that we're having some challenges with your link, but if you can...
Looking at what we know.
Yeah, but I'm saying we're having challenges with your link. If your claim is that our democracy is stable, it's not stable. The point is, Edem, if you can hear me, the point is if you look at our institutions now, they appear to be working. In fact, there's no civil war in Ghana. Those were the words of the EU ambassador. It's not necessarily endorsing some of the violent incidents that transpired during the elections.
At the time President Akufo-Addo took over, there was no civil war in Ghana. The point is not as if civil war is the major standard or indicator to judge whether or not the country's democracy is making progress. We have many other things that we use. But I'm saying, in the 2016 election that brought Akufo-Addo into power, did we have to lose 8 lives, 8 unarmed citizens for Akufo-Addo to take power? No. So the point must be made that every sector of the economy, talk about the economy as a whole, how the various sectors are growing and all of that. We are saying that we are not satisfied with the governance of Akufo-Addo, and our observation and our argument is being backed by many other independent observers as well. All the credible rating agencies have said that the country's economy is headed for doom. And so, as a former president and hopefully the incoming president of the Republic, President John Dramani Mahama has it as a moral and a national responsibility to speak and ensure that we hold leadership accountable at this critical time. And that is exactly what we are doing. And so it is not about an individual who thinks that it is okay for us to lose 8 lives. It is about the standards that we know and what our democracy aspires to be. Maybe for the European Union ambassador and some others that we have known, their view or their perception is that elections in Africa are very violent, and so if 8 people die, it is normal. But we are saying that that is not the kind of democracy that we handed over to Akufo-Addo. It is for the first time we are seeing men and women who clothe themselves in national security apparel commit some of the heinous crimes. We saw what happened at Ayawaso West Wugon. We saw what happened at Techiman South and all of these. These things are not normal. These things are not valid in our democracy. And so, per the tenet that we have set for ourselves, we are saying that these things are unacceptable. And that is the reason why we are speaking tonight to the nation and then highlight all of these issues and call on leadership, call on the inept leadership of Akufo-Addo to at least respond to the demands of the good people of Ghana. And that is why
it's not as though, Adam, it's not as though we've not heard from government on this. Government has been clear on its position with regard to the Ghanaian economy. They talk largely about the external factors, the COVID-19 pandemic, and recently the Russian-Ukrainian wars, and some of the reasons why our economy is not doing so well. The facts bear them out, isn't it? The fact that many economies around the world have been ravaged by the COVID-19 pandemic, for instance.
We all know that COVID-19 damaged most of the economies in the world. We all know. But we also know that the things that are affecting the country's economy today did not start post-COVID-19. For example, we are talking about ballooning public debt. As of December 2019, we did not have COVID in Ghana, but the country's debt was already ballooning to the extent that we had over 75.3% of the country's GDP going into debt servicing. And so when we talk about the issues affecting our economy, when we talk about the corruption, which is the major driver of the hardship that we find ourselves in, these things did not start only after COVID. They were there before COVID and Russia. And so it is grand deception for anyone to assume or to make the point that we are suffering today because of COVID and the Russian-Ukraine war. We are saying that all the things pointing to the economy's destruction and the economy's collapse were present even before COVID-19. And so let us be fair to the point. And tonight, I can assure you that in President Mahama's speech, he's going to touch on all of these issues and let the people of Ghana get to know the truth.
So beyond the name calling and the fact that our economy is not doing well, citing issues of corruption and so on and so forth, what else will John Mahama do tonight that we've not at least seen in the last few days?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Adam.
You asking that beyond, I lost you at a point.
Yes, beyond the normal issues, all the issues that you've pointed out. What is it that John Mahama will do that we've not seen in the last few days? Yes, what else is it going to do beyond complaining and talking about the ills of society, as the NDC sees it?
We are not only complaining. Over the years, we have exposed Ghanaians to what we term the alternatives. And so we want Ghanaians to know the truth. And if the government will listen, we also have policy alternatives and proposals in President Mahama's speech. But these things are not new to us. We have mentioned all these things already. We have been proposing them. But of course, the problem of the country is the leadership. And so if you have insensitive leaders who do not care about the young people of this country, leaders who can refuse to pay even national service allowance, but will continue to fly in expensive private jets at the expense of the taxpayer, then you certainly know that the only solution that we have is leadership. And so President Mahama is not complaining. He is only highlighting the truth state of the nation and calling on the people of Ghana to rally around the flag for us to demand leadership accountability. Because after all is said and done, you don't pay your taxes to the NDC in opposition, you pay your taxes to the government. And so the key decisions that can change our situation, that can change the narrative of the young people of this country, are decisions that must be taken by those in position of authority. Unfortunately, they have turned deaf ears. But we will continue to advocate. We will continue to propose. We will continue to demand accountability from this government. And I can assure you that come 2024, the NDC will be back in power to restore hope, dignity, and confidence back into leadership.
I'm grateful for your time. That's Adam Agbana, Deputy National Youth Organizer for the National Democratic Congress. Now,